Hey everybody, dropping bills off. It's Wednesday morning. I was making a video yesterday. I was kind of on a rant. I had a truck that was supposed to show up Monday afternoon, and I had that 444 part in my garage. My parts weren't supposed to show up until 10 yesterday morning for that 444. So I figured I'd fill the morning by working on the truck that was supposed to show up. Well, it didn't show up. So thought, yeah, well, I'll relax and I'll get my parts and get to work then. Well, only half my parts came in for the 444, and I was at my shop. My second job wasn't there. My first job had no parts, and I had some work that I could do that was truck work. It was site work, but it was like 15 degrees yesterday morning, and I was doing our truck needs motor mounts in it. I have another one that needs front brakes, brake drums. But at 15 degrees, I really didn't plan on doing that. I really didn't. I wanted to, but I didn't have the drive to go out and do it. They're not running the trucks. They ain't gonna be running them until springtime. So it was nothing that had to be done right then and there. But then I'm bouncing off the walls because I want to go. It's like I want to get some work done. Well, that lasted until about, I guess it was around 1:30. Guy called me, blew his intermediate shaft off his truck between the rears. So I ran out after him. I have broken bolts, an old Mack. The bolt holds the yoke on. The bolt was broke off. I'm sitting alongside the road. They broke the seal housing, the bearing retainer. The bearing retainer's still in there, but the seal housing got hit pretty hard. Smashed the seal. Messed up the splines, messed up the yoke. So I went out and I started drilling this bolt out, and I thought, what the hell am I doing? I drew this bolt out. I possibly have one at my shop. I gotta drive back and get that. This stuff's already all mangled. So took the guy's yoke, die grinder, cleaned up his yoke as much as I could. I did the same thing to his splines. Told the guy, I'm like, buddy, I'm pounding this yoke on. I said, I'm gonna weld it fast to the input shaft. He said, you already mangled your input shaft. So he just looked at me stupid. Took the yoke, pounded it in place, welded it all in. Only put a single pass all the way around it. And told him get it to my shop. I ain't doing this along the road. So that one came in. I got back from that, and I was soaking wet because where he got pulled over at, he's laying in an entrance to a field. So I'm laying in the grass and the snow working on that thing. I get home, I get called on a roll call. As soon as I walked in the door, I got called on a roll call. So I ran out, jumped in the truck, took off after that one. So it was damn near 8 o'clock till I got home. I was out dropping bills off for yesterday. And this morning, getting all my paperwork together, one of my customers called me up and he just smoked a deer with a triaxle. That made a mess. So I had to go look at that one. My snowplow's bouncing around on the front. Yeah, I got my plow on the truck because we're getting ready to get snow. 1 to 3 today. 1 to 3 today, and they have an undetermined amount for the weekend. So, but I gotta have some videos. I'm probably gonna add them all together in one. Go in, start tearing this yoke off, driveline down. It said he had a harmonic vibration coming up through it before it ever flew apart. So I don't know if the bolt backed off or he lost the bearing or something in that rear, but he needs a bearing retainer, so we're gonna have to get that all apart anyways. And I should have the parts for the 444 today. I hope I don't get any road calls. I can stay in the shop today. But, alright guys, I'll be in touch. See ya. Alright everybody. This is on that one that spit the dry shaft off. I don't know if you're going to be able to see down in there or not. Down in there, there's supposed to be a bolt. It's no longer there. You can see where I welded a bead across it. That bolt broke clean off. Those bolts normally don't break off. I mean, it could have been loose and working its way back and forth, but it's a clean break. He said he had a harmonic vibration before this happened, so I'm going to drop some oil in the back of this rear and I'm going to see what comes out of it. So I figured to bring you with on that one, and I'm going to try to get you in and out on stuff throughout the day. I got a socket up on this thing. He said he just filled his rear, but from the looks of it, he filled the bottom part of the rear. It don't look like that he got into the upper part. So he's a younger guy running a Mack. I don't know if he knows about, you got to check a couple different areas on them. So let me get this plug out and I'll get back with you. All right, see ya. All right, let's get this plug out, see what comes out of it. I don't see any major metal chunks. I mean, it's pushing dirt. It's got a metal sheen to it. But we'll get it all drained out and we'll pull the side cover off of it. See what it looks like in there. Alright guys, see ya. Alright guys, got the side cover off the rear. There are no chunks out of the gears. Sorry about the light. The bearings seem tight. There's no metal. Just you got some metal filings in the bottom of it, which is normal on a Mack rear. You're going to have some any rear, you're going to have some fine metal in it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to knock that drive line off of it. I'm going to get the air arc and I'm going to gouge my weld out that I put in there yesterday. Honestly, what I think happened is that bolt started backing out. It took the preload off of that bearing, and that's what he was feeling coming up through. And it slopped it around enough that it sheared the bolt off. So I'm going to gouge the weld out, clean the splines up on it. Probably going to end up putting a new yoke up. Yeah, I'm going to put a new yoke on it. New seal housing, new seal. Is that the right way to go about it? I mean, it should have new painting, but we'll see what it looks like when I get it all cleaned up. It's an 85 Mack. Honestly, when I get it cleaned up and I get the yoke on and off and I got a flat surface to mount it to, they're not going to have any problems with it. Not to mention my garage, my rules. For the guys that are out in the road, even guys in the shop, and you're dealing with the older 4-cup series U-joints, and instead of having the 2 half moons on it or the 4 half moons, however it is, got the 2 cups to pound in. You don't have to pound them in, but as long as they're cleaned up, they slide in nice. I've seen so many guys in there with sledgehammers and bottle jacks and quarter powers trying to push U-joints apart. Get yourself a good U-joint press. I use an OTC. It's a 7490. I probably had this thing, gosh, it's got to be 10, 12 years. It's this one right here. It says it's... Alright, sorry guys, that was a road call. Back to what I was saying. I use this U-joint press. I had a Tiger tool. I loved the Tiger tool. That was fantastic. I did find that on some U-joints, the Tiger tool would, like when you, it has a cup, goes over top of the drive line, and it would cock really, really hard, and a lot of times it'd blow the cup off the bottom of a U-joint. I don't remember. Yeah, it works on most Dana Spicer's motor U-joints except Spicer Life Series model SPL 250X. I have used this on Life Series, and it did take them apart. So, just to let you know, you just got to take your time with it, because it will also start cocking on them, because they got a round knuckle on the end, and it wants to start leaning. But you get pressure on it, tap on it some with a hammer, and they'll come apart. So, but yeah, that was just a word of advice for you guys. Like I said, I'm going to drop the drive line on this, and I got to gouge out my welds. I'm taping with my phone, so I can't be underneath the truck, air arcing, and holding my phone at the same time. My camera's junk right now, so, but we'll go from there. See ya. Alright people, I want to catch up with where I left off at. I went ahead and carbon arced the weld off of the input shaft, and I pulled the input shaft out. Couldn't video it, had to get busy, but I'll catch you up where we are now. Alright. Carbon arced it out, unbolted it, pulled it all out. She's laying here on the bench. Come on, focus. Alright. There's the weld on the input shaft yet, but I'm right on the taper of the spline, and these splines sit back in the yoke about 3/8 of an inch. So I can clean that up, get the broken bolt out of it, and be able to salvage that. Inner bearing is junk. Outer bearing is junk. I don't know if you can see the gouge marks in it. And seal housing is junk. So what I think honestly happened with this thing is I think that bolt started working its way out and started slapping in there, and it took the preload off the bearing, and that's what ate that bearing apart. So I got bearings coming. I'll have them tomorrow. The owner is getting a new yoke. I told him I'm not salvaging that yoke. He's got to get a yoke, bolt, washer, seal, and I will get everything else. Get everything cleaned up. I gotta get that drilled out, the input shaft drilled out of it, and get it all cleaned up, and then that'll be ready to go back together. So, alright guys, once I get the input shaft drilled out, maybe I'll show you that one once I get it cleaned up, show you what the finished product is. But take it easy. Boy, that dulled real bit. Alright, let's start that over. Darn. I gotta plug in. This is my old Delta. Let's see what else she does. get through that. Like something in there. Right, get the blow nozzle. I'll get in there with an easy out, see if I can spin that thing out of there. Alright, later. Well, half inch didn't work, so now we're taking her out to 5/8. Ran out of stroke. Alright guys, there it is. That's what it's going to look like when it goes back together. It's all done. I don't see any problem with it. That's what's left of the bolt. Couldn't drill it out. Well, I drilled it out and I couldn't get it out with an easy out or anything. Ended up taking the carbide in, grinding a 5-point star in it, just till you get to the high points on the female side of the thread. Michael Berg actually just made a video about it, replacing some wear pads. I guess it was last weekend or the weekend before that. But yeah, I don't grind the whole thing out. I normally just grind a 5-point star, and then I take a screwdriver or a punch and fold it in, and then you can grab hold of it and work them out. But yep, that'll do that. Yeah, if you watch a lot of them guys, Michael Berg, he's good. Warren, he's good. Logger Wade's good. Who else is out there that I watch on? A lot of guys. You know, the older guys, the older mechanics, a lot of them, you just pay attention to them, they're going to tell you something to do. I mean, I say to a lot of the older guys, I think Wade's like a year or two behind me. I think Warren's like a year ahead of me. Yeah, I know Warren's a year ahead of me. So, sorry, Michael. I think you're a little bit more than a year ahead of me. So, but I mean the older guys. I mean the guys that have a lot of intelligence. So you guys take it easy. Let's see if I can edit all this together. Don't know how it's going to turn out, but you have a good day. See ya.